Tree Quiet, how are you? Tree Quiet says, you would like to share the friendo. Hope all is well. Have a great stream, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping in. North is here. Hey, North. North says good afternoon, chat. Good afternoon to you. Skit says, Yogi, waiting room. Let's go. How are you? What's up, Skits? Nice to see you guys. North says, hello, Yogi. What's up, Marlon? My cat's saying hi to you guys. Everyone is saying hi. Appreciate you being here. Feeling kind of quiet myself today. We'll see how it goes. Hey, Jace. I wasn't saying hey as in hey Jace, but hey Jace, if you guys don't mind, do me a favor. Um, right now, you guys don't have to stay here. I'm live every day, right? I'm live 3 times a day. So, you know, I appreciate people stopping in and saying hi. But right now, we have a celebration going on. Our friend Goga is having an open paddle Creator Connect, celebrating 3 years of being on YouTube. So, um, I don't mind. You guys head on over and hang out with Goga. We'll go over and say hi to Goga. Even go up in his panel, given the opportunity and chat. I'll be fine here. Cat said, what did Cat say? First off, hi, Anna. Just because she's up above Cat. It's the only reason I'm saying hi in that order. You had a challenging workout, Yogi? He did have a pretty challenging workout. My back is finally feeling better. Took a year and a half, about a year and a half, to recover from this back issue. Which, if you guys remember me talking about, it was a car accident. It was an accident involving a car. It didn't get hit. I wasn't driving. The car was parked. I was trying to get in a little tiny space. Literally, it was like that big. It was ridiculous to even try. And I was warned, don't try it. And I gave a very smug look. You realize who you're talking to? That I'm an advanced yogic practitioner? That I can dislocate each joint and flow in fluidly like water? And I went to demonstrate, and something popped. I threw my back out of alignment. I couldn't get it back in alignment, but I never let that person know that I was in pain, even though it was obvious. I kept trying to fake it, but now I'm feeling better. Uh, hey Seth, Seth's Adventures here. So slow. Kat says, "Hey now, are you trying to get rid of us?" I am actually. I am trying to get rid of you. I absolutely love you guys. Um, but I'll be here 3 years on for Goga on YouTube, building his channel. My channel is what it is today because of you guys. Thank you very much, and because of Goga. Got three great YouTube teachers, of course, Toy Pops and Goga too. And I mentioned, Kat says hi, friends. Our friend Eve. I haven't seen Eve for a little bit. She's been a great teacher for me too. MK says, same Yogi. For your back. How you doing, Jace? I hurt my back in 1990. Don't know what I did. Probably I was training for a powerlifting competition. Probably herniated a disc, perhaps. Went to a chiropractor, never went back, and just sort of rehabbed it myself. Every so often, though, through the years, not too bad. We'll kind of give out a little bit. Flip Up says, "Don't know why I can't click the link. It's so weird. It should be operable." Sorry, taking a moment to savor a well pronounced word. MK says, "Sorry, I should laugh." You can laugh at that. It's a true story, but you can laugh at it. There was cars on both sides, and I couldn't get in. Mocha was there. She offered to go in the hatch, but hey, I'm a gentleman. Don't let someone climb into a hatch like that. And I'm also, you know, I guess I could have climbed through the hatch, but no, I could have pushed. No, I couldn't have pushed the car. I did what I did, guys. I stand by it. Seth says, "I'm fine, friend. I'm glad to hear that, Seth. What's up, Night Watcher?" Night Watcher says, "Hello, Yogi. Hey, are you done school for the year?" Everyone's saying hi. Anyway, um, so anyway, yes, I am trying to get rid of you guys because it's Goga. Do you know? Goga's brought us all so much happiness, so many smiles. I have the subscribers that I have now because I would show up to hang out with Goga, just to show up and say hi. He would stop what he was doing in mid. He was teaching a class. He would stop in mid class and send everyone over. So don't come back, guys, until you subscribe to Yogi. The reason I have, how many subscribers do I have? The reason I have 7,000, almost 8,000, is because of Goga. He did that twice for me and pushed me over when I was stuck. So in other words, I absolutely love you. I absolutely love Goga. Let's see. Capper says, "How long have you had YouTube?" I've had YouTube for a long time. I haven't had a channel for a long time. It's been about 2 years for me, and then it was only a little over a year that I decided to do something with my channel. I was doing, some burpee videos, so then I was talking about yoga afterwards. So I hope you guys can click the link. And I don't like the thought of not getting an opportunity to say hi to some of my favorite people. Hey, Pancake, nice to see you. Now, what you says, almost finals in June, had my final actual class for the year today. What's next for you? Watcher, you're not done high school yet, are you? The Candid Foodie is here. Hello, my friend. Hey, how are you? How's Praveen? You guys have been on my mind. It has been a while. Put Pup says, I got it. You both have been in my prayers, and I know as well that you have been in Cat and Jack's prayers as well. She has mentioned uh, both you and Praveen. She's mentioned sending a prayer out to Praveen. Let's see. North says, I can't see the link. I'd like to subscribe. Oh, I don't have a link. I can't drop a link because because I'm on a desktop, it just brings you back to me. And we want to send you over to Goga. But thanks for dropping the link, for pups. If you type in yoga with yoga with yoga, it's the only one. He's the best of the best. And it says bonjour, friend Francois. Did I get that right? What's up, sissy? Hey, Cat and Jack. I'm going to say this again. Welcome home. Francois says, thank you, love you. MK says, I can't see the link. Yeah, but like I said, I can't drop the link. I apologize. Hey, Toy Pups, could you do me a huge favor? Toy Pups says, bonjour. Or maybe Jace. Do you guys think he could drop a link for Goga? He's having his big party right now. Lee says, or North says, thank you, I got it, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. If you want, guys, make sure to congratulate him. Foodie says, thank you. Eric, the war has stopped. Vena's doing fine and safe by the grace of God, but there's no mobile network on the hills. So I've been handling his account, posting his videos. If you do get the opportunity to talk with him, let him know we're all sending our love. Hey, Mina. So I should clarify, by the way, the beaver video that I posted was not of today. The weather is really bad out. Even the beavers didn't want to come out. It was, it's bad when it's too wet, even for beavers. Flip Up says, I can't find Goga. Mina drops her link. Thank you, Mina. Guys, take an opportunity to connect with everyone. Foodie says, when he calls me via his wireless, he asks me about y'all. Each time he calls, we're able to speak for 2 or 3 minutes only, but he does ask me about you, Jace, and Cat and Jack. That's so nice. That's so nice. Night Watcher says, I'm in what Americans call second year of high school, but in Bangladesh, we call it 10th. We call it 10th too, actually. 10th grade. It's a pretty important exam in the 10th called secondary school certification. Hey, how was your school year? Because I know last year was pretty rough for you. I hope it was better. Francois says, like done. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. Am I getting your name right? And if not, I apologize. Thank you so much, Sissy. Thank you so much, William. So the link is dropped for those who haven't been able to find it. I have them up running now. I keep popping in. Just to look. I see North says came from Yogi channel. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate the name drop. I see Jace. This says Wagron, much love. Greetings us all. Unfortunately, I'd love to do a super chat. For those who might notice that I'm not a member of your channel right now, my bank card, credit card was compromised. So they canceled it and they're sending me a new one, but it takes 7 to 10 business days. I think they said 7 to 10. And this was on Saturday, so nothing could go out Saturday, and it was a 3-day weekend. So yesterday was the first day for the mail to go through. I'll be back on track, hopefully by next week. Everyone that I am a membership of, I will be a membership again by next week. I hope that doesn't affect anyone's payments. All right. So now we're settled. Sissy says, enter yoga with Goga in the search bar. Yep, that's the best way. Actually, you know what I'm going to do for the upcoming month? I'm going to feature Goga on my channel page. North says, I have another live to attend. I'll be back tomorrow. This time, however, I'll miss the morning show. Have a great day, everyone. Hey, Lee, thank you so much just for popping in. I appreciate it. And enjoy the next live stream that you go to. Gator's here. Hello, brother. Rock on. I plan on it, my friend. Rock on too. Thank you, Gator. 3D says, please pass on regards to Cat and Jack, Jason, Zena. Hope he's back soon. I love your session so much. Sending all the love. Take care. I'm off to editing videos. Take care. Thank you, Foodie. Thank you so much. And I will definitely let Cat, Jack, and Jason know. I think Jason's hanging out with Goga right now. I saw him pop up. Cat might be over there too. You never know with Cat. You never know where she. Never know where she might be. She's like a do-gooding ninja. That's right, a do-gooding ninja. She just pops up and she does good things. You never know where you're going to find her. We got some love from Toy Pups. Anna says, I've subscribed, Francois. Thank you. Hey, here's what I ought to do. I ought to make Francois. Hey, Francois, you still here? We're going to mod you up. Make it easier for you and for others. Hey, Toy Pups.
Bonjour, 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 mes amis. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Comment ça va? Comment ça va, François? Voulez-vous parler français? Hi, Yogi.
Hello. How much was that? Was actually French? How much was
All
that?
of it.
Was Toy?
I said bonjour, François. Good. Hello, François. Comment ça va? How are you? Voulez-vous parler français? Do you speak French? All of it was French, Yogi. I'm Canadian.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Je suis Canadian. Je suis Canadienne. I am Canadian. Je suis parler français un peu. I speak French a little bit. Hi, Cat and Jack. See, I made them speak English. How are you? My Français says, no, that's not Français. I will speak English. I thought I'd come say hi. We couldn't find Goga's live, Yogi, to go over there. I was like trying.
Royam dropped a link.
Yeah, but the link I'll show you. It doesn't show up as a link to me. It shows up like this. Hold on. It shows up like white, so I can click it. I'll show you.
Did you try Sissy's link? She dropped a link above too.
Yeah, they all go like white, so I don't get it. It goes like that. See? It's like white.
Wow. Hey, that's a good-looking guy that was up there on the screen with you. Who was that?
It's
Is that Jace?
It's
I recognize that guy.
Do you? There's 3 of them now.
Oh man, I'm multiplying. It's like Michael Keaton in the movie Multiplicity.
There's 3 of them. Oh my god, that's my
No
device right now.
Man, no one needs that many yogis. That's too many yogis.
It's funny.
It's even freaking me out.
Oh, Dundee did it. Okay, now I can do it. Now I can do it on when I come off of the co-stream. I can go to Goga's live.
Thank you,
I got
Marla.
it now. Was that it? Yes, it was. The one that done. Yes. Thank you, Dundee. Now I can click it on my other device that I'm on right now. It went blue, so I'll be able to go over and show Goga some support from the yogi.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hi, Hemlada.
Hey,
Hi.
Hamada.
Thank you for coming to my live stream today, Yogi. And I'm sorry that you were not blue. I didn't do that on purpose, kind of, sort of. I was feeling a little bit not safe on YouTube, so I was like, oh my gosh. And I wasn't able to do one by one, so I kind of erased all the moderators.
I saw that.
Yeah. But that's
It's okay.
okay. I'm glad you visited because I was like, why is the yogi not blue? That's so weird.
Hey, I apologize because I'm not green either. I am not a
Yeah, you're
member.
not green either. That was weird, but you explained it and it's okay, Yogi. You listen, you're still my friend regardless. I love
Okay,
you no matter what.
I will be back.
Okay.
And hopefully in just a couple of days. I do feel bad because
Yeah, don't feel bad. You support us in so many other ways, Yogi. Don't feel bad about it.
I answer a question from, or it's read from Evan. Hey, Eric, I've been drinking too much lately, drinking too much beer lately, and I have a beer belly, but beer is so good and it makes you feel like everything is awesome. It's a temporary feeling though.
You mean like when
Um,
you drink, it makes everything feel awesome, or like after? How does it feel after?
it's a good question.
Yeah, how does it feel the next day though? Because in the moment of masking, of course it feels nice. Everybody likes to mask. But how does it feel the next day? I'm just wondering. Because that was pretty like positive about drinking, right? I love it. Makes me feel good. Everything is so awesome.
And it
How does
wears
it?
off.
Yeah. How
And it
does it feel
wears
the
off.
next day? I'm wondering.
Yeah. William has to leave. William, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And our friend Leo, Burpees and Chill says, much love, brother. Yogi, hey, how's your recovery from 1,004 pumps? Or I'm sorry, 4 counts. Wish you a great day. Do burpees, people. Excellent advice.
He meant to say, do burpees. People, do burpees.
Exactly. Hey, Maddie. Maddie says, hello, everyone. It's about time we talked about you're not in green, Yogi. Eric? Oh, wait. It's
We
about time
talked
we
about
talked about
beer.
beer. Beer is good.
Beer is good. Is it? I don't think it's good. I think it's got a really weird taste. I feel like I don't know. I don't like beer. I think it's yucky. Not everyone likes beer. What makes it
I
so yummy? What makes beer so yummy? I see a lot of people drinking beer all the time. Like, what makes it so yummy? Because we don't find that it's yummy.
I want to explain to Sissy right now. Soulstar, she says, what does it mean that you're not in the green? When you're a member of someone's channel, um, you gotta if you're not modded up, you appear in green. So
If you're, yeah, as soon as you become a member, you become green in the chat instead of white or blue. You turn green.
yeah. Leo says all is well, shoulders healing, work will get done no matter what. It has for you, and you coming up on 500 days.
Dundee says is not a beer fan either, and you're German. So Germans drink a lot of beer, right? Lagers. Do you guys drink lagers? What's a lager? Lager is a like a freshly made beer, right?
I don't, I don't know. I don't know if it's a freshly made beer.
I'm just
I think
making up stuff now.
you sounded so sincere about it though.
I know. I was like, what is lager? You know, the ones when you go to the pub and they pull the thing
I thought
and
they were
then
people who chop down trees.
not a lager, like a
Oh,
lager. Is it
okay.
called a lager?
So it's someone who's late. It's someone who's always behind.
Because beer drinkers, you know what I'm talking about, right? Beer drinkers? Seems to be a lot of beer drinkers in the chat today.
So Evan answers your question, says, during it's good, but after I feel okay, except I neglect jogging, and I feel like my body doesn't know what to do with the calories. It doesn't. It's excess calories. So if something, how much do you love jogging? And what do you love better? Feeling in shape or drinking beer? I'm not saying the two can't be mutually exclusive, but if drinking beer is having you neglect something else that you love, weigh your priorities and see what's more important to you.
Oh,
Francois
Evan,
says,
do you like running as well? Is it a competition between running and drinking the beer? Like when you drink the beer, do you feel like running? I don't think so, right? You feel really heavy.
let's see. Francois says Canadians are our friends. Willow is here. Hey,
Hi,
Willow.
Willow. Willow,
Since you can't
Willow,
stay,
Willow, 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 Willow.
hey, Willow wants to do about 5 minutes of quick breath work. Would you want to do about 3 breaths with me? 4 breaths. Quick
No, why
pups.
would I want to feel good? Why would I want to do that and feel good about myself? Yeah, of course I
That's a
want to
good
do
question.
it.
Um,
Thanks,
let's
Willow.
let's just do 4 rounds of the 4-7-8 breath,
Ooh.
and we're gonna do it without the usual, pre-meditation that we do. We're just gonna go ahead and are you ready, Willow? If Willow's ready, and then we'll go ahead and do it. Hey, Jeff.
Willow, are you ready?
Nice to see you. Hey, Adam.
Hi, Jeff. Lager means
Hey, Lee.
storage in German. So the name comes from the beer being able to ferment in a storage place, like a basement, usually a top, a too cold for fermentation. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's a beer that's been fermented for a long time. Okay, let's get off
All
that
right.
topic.
So, you ready, toy pups?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to do the 4-7-8. So, we're going to breathe in through the nose for a count of 4. We're going to hold for a count of 7. Exhale through the mouth, pursed lips, like you're blowing out a birthday, like you're blowing out a candle on a birthday cake. Extend the breath for a count of 8. Put your tongue right on the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. And here we go.
Okay.
So, you ready, toy pups?
Yes, I am. I'll push mute so we don't get distracted with the noise.
Okay. If you could breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale through the mouth for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale with a whoosh for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale through the mouth for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale with that whoosh for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let the breath go. Just sit for just a moment, enjoying that peace, the serenity that you created, having entered into a very different energetic state than you were just a moment ago. 4 breaths. And you are more deeply into the rest and digest, the parasympathetic. Relax. And when you're ready, back in the chat.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for that, Willow. Thank you, Yogi.
You're welcome. Hi, Shirley.
Wow,
Shirley's
it
just
does.
passing through.
Hi, Shirley. Thank you for visiting my live stream today. We love you.
Hey, Sniper. Sniper says, greeting beautiful souls from across the pond, but under the same skies. Welcome, Sniper.
Squirrel sniper, squirrel sniper. Yeah, we don't say ours. We just say sniper. You're like a sniper.
So, what, you're too good for ours now? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, too good for R's, and I'm a little bit too good for Y's sometimes.
I could see that.
So I just stick with the A, sticka. I love not using R's. I don't think R's are needed all the time.
You're welcome,
Sticka.
Anna.
I want to do like a sticka
So
live.
how do you come across the letters that you were too important for? Is it random or
Yeah, just randomly, my body just says, "You're too good for R's. Don't be using R's today." And then I just stop using it for the day. I get into like, for some reason, my brain just forgets about the R and I like saying the ah. Like, I like just sounding the ah. And I go around the all day. I go around like that all day, just talking like that. I don't know why. Like, I just sound weird. And I'm like, no, it sounds good to me. I like it. What you want to do? I just start talking random, like, and then the R's, they just, and sometimes I really like R's, because you can roll R's, like,
this is true?
rrr.
And you know, you are toy pups, so you got to get that sound.
I need help. That's why I'm here. You guys are wondering, what is she doing here? What is happening? Don't I sound like I need help? I need all the help I can get. Hi, Half Empty. Hi, Anna.
Hey, half empty.
Hi, Seth Adventures. How are you? Yes, I just
Uh,
came on to say hi, Yogi. Everyone was going over to Goga's live, and I said, let me come say hi to the Yogi
I appreciate that.
while it's
Um,
nice and quiet.
hey, well, I still have you up here, and you thanked Willow, and I want to thank you too for doing the breath work with me, with us. Um, and it was a perfect demonstration that in 4 breaths you can make a difference. Breath work doesn't have to be a heavy investment. When you need it, use it. You have you're going to breathe anyway, right? So why not
Yeah.
use the tool, the very basic tool that you have
hmm
to help yourself?
hmm
I love meditating.
Yes, I
Um,
didn't even realize that I needed that breath work. Sometimes you don't even realize that, hey, um, I think we talked about it the other day when I was talking about my anxiety and saying that it's heightened at nighttime. And I used to think that it was gone during the day and I'm just really anxious at night. But I realized that I'm anxious like that 24/7. But the thing is, during the day, you're so busy, like you're busy with the pets, you're busy with taking care of yourself and doing things for other people that you forget about your anxiety. You kind of like just bottle it up on the inside. That's why at nighttime, when there's no one around and nothing to do, your anxiety flares up. And it was like such a, oh my God, like the fact that we were aware that was what's happening to us. And then we were able to kind of like figure it out like, hey, no, you're anxious during the day too. You're just bottling it up inside. That's why you feel uneasy all the time. So this little breath work that we do, um, I like doing the 6 and 4, like uh breathe in for 6, exhale for 4, take the extra sip and exhale for 4. I find when I do these during the day, it really helps with my anxiety at night. I think this is so important because I practice the breathing exercises during the day. When I'm not feeling it as much because it's bottled up inside, when it comes to nighttime now, like last night I slept, the other night I slept, but for the last like maybe 2 weeks, I haven't been able to sleep. I've been, um, if anybody knows what that's like, when you're awake at night,
I do.
there's no one around. It's like the scariest feeling that you can experience. But the fact that doing this breath work has stopped, I know it's the breath work because when I don't do the breath work during the day, like just reminding myself, like even if I don't need it, I just do it because I'm sitting down at that moment, right?
You
Um,
you've touched upon some really important things, toy pups. One, your body keeps score. Anxiety, tension, stress doesn't just disappear. And even if you think you're feeling better, it has been wired within your system.
yeah.
And when you slow down and that's when those thoughts, that's when everything that you've stored within your body and within your mind starts coming back. And yoga, it's called samkaras, which are emotional imprints, just like the grooves on a record album. And
Mhm.
when you lay down and your mind starts getting a little more quiet, it starts playing that record that you've accumulated all through the day. When you check in with your body anytime during the day, how am I feeling? Am I holding tension anywhere? Just give a quick body scan wherever you are. You could be in line in the supermarket. Scan
Mhm.
the body, see where you're holding tension, and then breathe and relax into that body part, wherever it is, and it'll make a huge difference. Check in how you're breathing. If you're standing, if you're sitting, if you're in your office, hand on your chest, hand on your belly. You'll notice is my chest moving? I exaggerated that first one, but you'll see that
Mhm.
leads to tension, that leads to stress, that leads to
Mhm.
anxiety because you're breathing high into the chest. So
Yes.
just switch. You might notice I'm breathing through my mouth. Make a switch. Start breathing through the nose. Start breathing, belly breathing. Check in
Mm.
with your body. Thank you,
That's where I
Teacups.
hold all my tension is in my chest. And that's I find if I don't release, it travels up into my upper back, into my neck, into my shoulders. That's when your head starts to become like cement and you can't even focus. But the breath work, like when I say, oh my God, who would have thought just paying attention to your breathing, right? Just keeping track of your breathing. And then when you do feel like it's from the upper body, remind yourself, like the yogi just said, just that's what we've been doing, just reminding ourselves, oh my God, like you're so tense because your upper body is so tight. And it feels like almost like your chest is constricting, like you can't breathe almost. And that's the heavy breathing. You tend to breathe a lot faster. Sometimes I can't control it and I just have to go through the panic stage. And then after the panic stage, I try so hard to just remind myself to just do like two. Sometimes I'll manage three only, like just three breaths. After the three breaths, like I tell myself before, I'm just gonna do one or two. It'll go into three, it might go into four, it might go into five, because each breath that I take inspires me to want to do another breath. I don't know if that makes sense, but
It does. And
yeah.
the lifeline, the life saving breath. Literally, it was a life saving breath for me
Yeah.
because there was just a period right before and then after for uh, over a year after my father died. Right before my father died, and right after, uh, the anxiety, panic attacks when I would lay down and go to sleep. Um, the thing that helped guide me through was using the Ujjayi breath, simply making that sound, breathing
Yeah.
through my nose, making that sound, not worrying about how long I took to breathe in or how long I took to breathe out. Just using that breath was my lifeline. That before I started using that, I've always done it. I did it in my yoga classes. Um, Sometimes I would do it before I would meditate, but I didn't use it as a tool. When I
Hmm.
started to, when I befriended that simple breath, um, when that panic would start building up, then it really was like I threw myself a lifeline and it guided me through the night. And every time I'd wake up and that panic would be there, just come back to that breath. Every time it worked.
I find
So
in the
I hope people,
night, like if I don't do this during the day for myself, I find in the night I can't turn to it. Like it's so weird. I'm so panicked. Everything is so heightened. It's like my brain is going a million miles per hour. Um, I can't focus to say even help myself. The only thing I want to do is escape. Like I don't even know how to calm myself to get from the flight and fright mode. How to kind of, even though you've given me like breath work to do, but it seems like at night when I'm so heightened with my emotions, my brain doesn't take me there. My brain just keeps me scared. I don't know. So for me, it's important that I practice this stuff during the day,
right?
to prevent those night episodes from happening. Like I keep track. It's the only way I've been able to manage my depression it's every time something happens, I have to acknowledge it and I have to like realize when it's happening. I mean, it took a long time for me to have this realization. It didn't just happen overnight. It took a bunch of times for me to like keep track of myself to realize, whoa, at night it's so bad. And here I am thinking I only get anxiety attacks at night. But no, I was feeling that all day long. I was carrying that.
The difference is during the day, you can busy yourself through the anxiety and you don't notice it as much. But at night, when you're not busy, then
Yeah.
everything that you subdued, everything that you stuffed down in that big bag of busyness comes to the surface. It
Yes.
rushes to the surface and you're stuck. Just you and your anxiety. Uh, and I definitely feel for you, Toy Pups, because I have been through there myself. Here's
Thank you,
something
Yogi.
to consider. How how many of you guys, including you Toy Pups, do you have a sleep ritual? Do you have a sleep hygiene practice that you do every single day? Or do you just lie down and hope you go to sleep?
Yeah, lie down and hope you go to sleep. For me, I'm like, because my anxiety normally keeps me up late at night, we're trying to change that as well because that doesn't help. Like, I normally have blue light, so like I'm scrolling or I'm trying to do like notes or something like that. I moved from doing notes on the phone to doing notes on a notepad. It makes a big difference. Like sometimes I'll finish writing a little bit and I'm already yawning, right? Um, I don't have a night like routine because it's basically my anxiety scares me that I just basically try to get as tired as I possibly can. And hopefully, when I lay down, I can fall asleep. Like, that's my ritual.
Um, what I tell people, um, wait 1 second, how you wake up prepares you for a good night's sleep. The
Yeah.
moment your eyes awake, um, for me, as soon as my eyes are open, um, what I'm doing then is preparing me to go to sleep the next night. And I don't mean that it's like even a conscious thing, but
Hmm.
habits that sustain you. So I mentioned before my uh, gratitude practice. To wake up, first thing I do, and I've done this for decades. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. It used to be I had to think of things to be grateful for,
Hmm.
and it used to be I had to really search hard, and sometimes I'd come up empty, especially during the worst of my own depression. In my drinking days, I could think of nothing. I had a hangover, felt
Hmm.
miserable, but
Hmm.
I persisted, and now I wake up and I'm grateful. I don't need to search for anything. I do
And you
my
know what
morning.
makes a difference too, Yogi? Remember you talked about sunlight?
Yep.
Like if you wake up in the morning to sunlight, um, I just when you were saying that just now, which I just acknowledged, like I think since I started my construction in the home, that we've been sleeping different. Like I'm not waking up to the sunlight. Um, and it's spring, so like look at the weather. There's not any sunlight, right?
Right.
So even when I wake up and I come, that makes a difference. You know how you start
You,
your day.
yep. You're still getting ambient light, which
Yeah,
is important. And
yeah.
even if it's like an hour or so before dawn, in the yogic tradition, it's called Brahma Muhurta, and about an hour and a half before first light and an hour after is the most sacred time of the day. It's when you want to get up, you want to do your breath work, you want to meditate, you want to pray, and then you want to get outside and get sunlight. Even if it's that ambient light that you don't even see it yet, still get it to your eyes. With the breath work, and you've done this with me, Toy Pups, breath of fire,
Hmm.
um, and the sunlight, your body starts producing the optimal hormones, stressor hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, norepinephrine, um, that we need in the right amounts to be energetic during the day. But those stressor hormones, they'll begin to die off during the day, and in the waste material they leave behind, your body produces serotonin and melatonin, which are the very same hormones we need to fall asleep. So
Yeah.
without those stressor hormones that come from the sunlight reaching our eyes and the breath work that we do, then we don't get the optimum sleep hormones and relaxing hormones that we need at night. So what you do in the morning is
Mm,
imperative to how you're going to sleep at night.
okay. We
And
learned
then you
something today.
and then you made excellent points about checking in with your body and
Mhm.
realizing, am I producing anxiety that's going to haunt me as I lay down and go to sleep
Yeah.
all through the day? And
Yeah.
if you are, do something about it. Meditate,
Yeah.
do some extra breath work, take a walk in nature, do something creative. The number one stress for me, uh, stress reducing activity I can do is to write, is to be creative, is to do something um, that puts me in tune with my own creative nature. Hey, Sue.
I'm starting to like that writing too. I think I'm gonna need to get a bigger journal. Like this little journal is not big enough for my writing. I think I need one of the bigger journals so I don't like turning pages. And in the smaller journal when you're writing and you're turning pages, I find I get mind block once I turn the page.
Uh
But
huh.
if I'm writing and I could see lots of writing, I feel like I want to keep writing. I don't want to stop. But the moment I turn the page, I'm like, I have to start all over again. Like, so I think I'm going to invest in getting some bigger journals. Makes a difference.
Excellent.
I would have not known that if I hadn't started writing in a small journal.
Hey, um, can you stay up for a few more minutes?
Okay.
I want to do two things. One, I want to address Lee. Lee says it's strange, Yogi. If I eat after 5 p.m., I'm uncomfortable through the night. You want to give yourself at least an hour before, and even more is better. Um, before you, after you eat, and before you lie down and go to bed, because digestion takes energy. So you're producing energy that's going to keep you awake at night if you eat in that window between your last meal and bedtime. 2 hours is optimal. 1 hour is good. I wouldn't do anything under an hour.
Can I say
Um,
something?
yep.
Um, so that's a good point Lee just made because like I normally I do this every single night. I can eat a bowl of rice and potatoes and all this like heavy stuff. I'll eat it right before I go to sleep. I'll fall asleep, but I didn't realize that makes a difference.
It does. Um, so one of the reasons I wanted you to stay up is because you were talking about journaling, and I just wondered if you could talk about journaling, uh, what it's bringing to you, why you
Mhm.
started to do it. Uh, do you recommend it? Just the floor is yours, and I'll probably interject just a little bit here and there. But
So
you embrace this.
I've been
Sorry.
wanting to journal for a long time, but I just couldn't. I used to write a lot when I was younger. And I find escape. It's like an escape for me to write or to read, both of them. Like I love to read fantasy and I love to write fantasy. I like to write anything, especially my feelings down, but I haven't written in a really really long time and I was honestly dealing with a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of things that are happening in my life. And I think I discussed with the yogi my anxiety and my stresses. And yogi had mentioned a couple times in the past journaling might help, but it's like when you're in this kind of a mind frame with depression, the things that will help you, you tend not to do. You tend to steer away from. But about a week ago, was it about a week, Yogi? Not even a week, right?
I think it's been a week.
About a week, I had already prepped for this. I bought a couple of journals. I bought the pens, everything. I just couldn't be inspired to write. But then the other day we were talking, and the yogi mentioned an acronym to me, which was RAIN, which is what we're facing right now. The RAIN. Um, it's a R.I.RAIN acronym, right?
Yep.
And for each letter, it has a meaning behind it. So the yogi was explaining to me R is recognizing that you're having anxiety, recognizing what's happening while you're in the anxiety. And then the second A was to acknowledge that you are having anxiety and what's happening right now. The I was to investigate all these thoughts that are going through my mind and what's happening. And then the N was to nurture myself. Remember to nurture myself. So I said, wow, this is good. This is great. How am I going to remember this? It's a lot, but I feel like it would be helpful to me. Why don't I write it down? I pulled my journal out and I said, I'm going to write down rain. And as I was writing down rain, all these things kept coming to my mind. All I wanted to do was put it down so I can remember. Now I started writing. I wrote what R meant to me, not what it should mean or um I just know it means that I should recognize. So I was recognizing all the different changes I'm going through, all the different thoughts that I'm having. And as I was writing this down, it was like that. It was like I could sigh. It was like I just don't know. I felt like a tension off my shoulders as I got to the A, acknowledging. I wrote down all the things that I'm acknowledging, all the changes I'm going through in my body again. It was like a sigh. And then I got to the I. I'm going to investigate. And then I started realizing I'm not all these things I say I am. I'm not a loser. I'm not lame. I'm a somebody. And when I got to the end and it said nurture yourself, and I said, I'm so proud of me. Look at you, girl. You just wrote 3 pages. And then next time, and guess what? I've opened that book so many times already. And it's what's been keeping me going. I every time I read it, I want to write a little bit more. I'll add another sentence. But all the things I'm writing, I'm using it. I started this journey and I said I wanted to talk to my little self and remind her that she's going to be okay one day. One day she's going to be strong. One day she's going to be okay. And as I'm journaling, my little me, she's listening. And I know she's listening and I know she's hearing me. And I feel it's so, I don't know the word to use, but it's like a release for me that I actually get to talk to my younger self and I get to tell her that she's going to be okay. Look at all these things you have. Look at all these tools you have. You're recognizing and you're acknowledging. And that was a gift that the yogi gave to me. Yogi, you gave me that gift. You pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. You kept encouraging me to do this. It might help. My own insecurities, and I say it again, my own insecurities, because I didn't want to feel pain. I didn't want to be hurting anymore. I felt if I wrote these things down, it would make it too real. And I'll have to face them, and then it's going to hurt, and then I can't do it. But it did the opposite. It made me realize I'm putting it out there because I don't want it anymore. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to carry it anymore. I'm going to put it down on this book. And my hopes is that when I'm done writing this book, that I'll be strong enough to burn the book or throw the book or give the book to someone, you know? Just pass it on to someone else because I don't want it anymore. All these things I'm writing down are things that I'm going through, I'm experiencing, I've gone through. And honestly, I have to say, it's the most healing thing that I think I could do besides the breath work. Because I don't think if I wasn't doing the breath work, I don't think I would have been strong enough to write. Right. But by doing the breath work, it's giving me strength to write. And in writing, I'm becoming so much more like okay with myself, you know? Like,
Um, one of the things you and I talked about, because you mentioned the burning, uh, and I think Sissy is probably going to be really big on this, Soul Stars, the importance of ritual. Um,
yeah.
you can have a little cleansing ritual. You can smudge, uh, if that calls for you. You can uh, write all your stuff down and then tear out the page and then have a burning ceremony. You can do a burial in nature. You could plant something, whatever calls for you, but you can do some type of ritual, some type of healing ceremony
Hmm.
as you're putting this to bed. You're stepping into that new life that you've poured this out, and now you're ready for something different. Hi, Trendy.
Listen, I'm not even saying that I'm there yet or anything. It might take me a long time to get there to the letting go part. But just putting it from my body, transferring it onto the pen and then onto the paper is also, I feel like that helps like so much. It's like a release. A release that you wouldn't think that that would help. You know what I mean? Because basically, it's just between you and your journal. Like, no one's reading it, no one knows about it. It's just you expressing it to yourself. But for some reason, it helps so much. I don't know if I'm ready for burning yet. Might be months, might be years. Like, that's how I feel. It's so far away, but it's something that I want to work towards.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Also, highly recommend. Um, Part of the journaling is gratitude journaling. Put down the things that you're grateful for. Make them. Sometimes we think of gratitude as a sort of a nebulous. Am I using that word correctly? Um, Abstract. That we know, yeah, I'm grateful, but we don't list the things. When you start to list the things that you're grateful for, you notice how abundant your life actually is. When you notice abundance, guess what? You bring abundance into your life. More comes in. The more that you acknowledge what you have, and it can go so subtle. We don't really acknowledge that. Even relationships that, like, I'm grateful for all of you guys,
Yeah.
everyone who shows up, even if I don't see you um, for weeks or months at a time, and you pop in. Just is such a great feeling of joy that someone took the time out of the day. They saw me, whatever, on the algorithms of their screen, and they said, "Let me stop in and say hi." Um,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff to be grateful for, and the more you notice, the more you have.
Yeah, if I can just make a note again with my journaling, even though I'm expressing myself and the way I'm feeling in my journaling. I mean, depression is a very negative thing, right? My acknowledgments, they can be negative, right? Because I'm facing a lot of negative things, but I don't that's not how I'm journaling. I'm journaling with what I need to read again. So, with the negative, I'm already like turning it around and making it into a positive. Maybe I'll read you guys one of my pages one day. I don't mind sharing, but it's very positive. It's coming like the depression is already a negative state. It's like so negative. It's so big. It's like overwhelming big, right? I don't need to stay in that space anymore. I want to see like all the positive things that I'm doing to help myself. Those are the things I'm writing, all the things I'm acknowledging. Even if I do acknowledge that there was a negative, I turn it around to a positive in my writing. Um,
One of the
I'll,
most positive things you can do is simply acknowledge,
yeah,
um,
yeah,
because if you
yeah,
don't if you don't acknowledge it, it's a wound. It festers.
yeah.
Becomes internally infected. Hey, I want to read. Soulstar says, "I feel your heart." Uh, Resonance, sis. Sissy said that to you,
Oh,
and
love you. Thank you. Love you.
she also says, "I love all of you, and truly believe what is being shared may be beneficial intermittently."
Yes, I
Thank you
think
so
so.
much. Hey,
If
Eric.
I didn't sit in and listen to the yogis live, I wouldn't be inspired. I wouldn't learn. Um, but I feel like everything the yogi touches on can help somebody out there. Um, I have not written, like, I don't even want to count the years. The last time that I wrote anything, since I can't, like, it's been so many years. I will give my age away. I don't want to. So I'm not going to say how many years I haven't written, but this is like, guys, you don't even understand like how amazing this is that I can actually pick up a pen and paper and put stuff down and stuff's coming out. And it's so encouraging to me. It's like, wow, you're still in there, girl, right? You're
Yep.
still in there. Gotta come
So
back out, right? Like this special part of me, the creative side, the one that likes to write and the one that likes to tell stories and the one that loves to live in fantasy worlds. She still exists. She's just hiding now because she needs to be protected, right? But slowly she's gonna come out.
Sissy said she keeps her shadow work separate from journaling. When I'm sacred, I burn it. So she has her
Oh,
ritual.
oh, you do that? Oh my God, we should connect. We should, because I mean, I've watched that. I've seen shows. I watch a lot of reality shows, and I've seen them do that. And I thought it was so fake. Like, oh, they're just writing stuff down and burning it. Like, I can do that until I started talking to it about it with the yogi. Like, it's so much more than just like whatever, you know, has so much meaning behind it. And it's something that I feel like because I've seen that so many times, I've questioned it so many times. Like, that should be my thing. I would want to burn I would wanna burn. It would be the hardest thing for me to burn my journal after I'm done with it, but I feel that if I had the strength to do that, I really would truly be saying that I'm letting go. You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
if I can do that. Like, I don't wanna throw it in the fire and I wanna pull it back out. You know what I mean? Because 'Cause I'm like, "I wrote all that stuff. That's mine."
Right. But it doesn't have to be burning, but you can also do a symbolic burning of what you've written. It doesn't have to be the actual
Mhm,
pages.
mhm,
Or, like I said, you can smudge, you can do a candle
mhm,
ritual.
mhm.
There's all kinds of stuff. So when you're ready, you can start exploring what it is that
Yeah.
calls to you.
Oh, I like that. When I'm ready, I can start exploring. I don't have to make any decisions right now.
Nope, never. Hey, have you ever
That's what I
spent
wanna do.
time hanging out on an energy forecast with Soul Stars?
No, I'm sorry I haven't, but I will now. I don't even know what
It's
that
like
is.
you'll love it. You will absolutely love it. And for me, it's like, as I mentioned to her often, it's like listening to jazz. She's mesmerizing.
Wait,
Uh,
um, is it an active live like this, or do you just is it just like is it like a loop or something? No.
no, she'll do a video of an energy forecast or a premiere sometimes. Um,
Okay.
when you get an opportunity, to just
I
go
will.
hang out on her channel.
I
It's
will. I will, Soul Stars. Now I will. I will. Guys, my ADHD sometimes stops me from doing a lot of things. I get really bored really fast. I don't do that on purpose. It's just how my brain works. So sometimes like right now I'm dealing with construction, I'm dealing with some personal things happening in my life. Um, so honestly, the only live stream go on is Yogi's live stream because it's helpful to me. Not that I'm denying anybody else, not that I'm not wanting to support anybody else. It's just right now I have so much happening in my life that it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And puppy mommy's like this. When she applies herself to something, she does it 150%, 300%. I apply. So the fact that I'm not coming on your channels, like, count that as a blessing because I'll just be like there with a couple hearts and then just leave, right? Because I have so much going on in my real life or my physical life right now. But I promise, I will source stars. I'll come visit with you. I love you so much. We've
um,
wanted to come visit for a long time, but it's just my own thing going on right now.
you're drawn in to her voice, and then the message keeps you there. But
Nice.
it really is mesmerizing. Is the perfect word. I want
Well,
to
I like mesmerizing. I like
me too.
that. That's so
I want to say
fun
hi
to
to Lucy.
share.
Lucy's in the house. Hey,
Hi,
Lucy.
Lucy. Hi, I know it's Toy Pop Sister Friend. You know my voice, girl. You know me. We go way back.
Sissy says it's a daily rising energy forecast.
And how often do you go live, Sissy? Like, when can I find you next? When are you get? I do have an upcoming stream. Let me find my other device. Let me just go there right now. Um. Oh, I don't have it. I've been so busy, says Lucy. Okay, Lucy. Girl, what are you busy doing, Lucy? Lucy. Okay, Soul Stars. Oh, I don't know what to say. Girl, say anything. Say anything. See, I found you. Okay, I'll listen to this. Sissy story time. Change your mind. The illusion. Those are your lives. Let's see. Shorts. Nature.
Soul Stars says she says she never goes live. You're perfect. What you do,
Yeah, you never
absolutely
go
perfect.
live. Videos. Okay, I find it. Today's rising energy.
Yep.
Like that? Okay. I'm gonna be
Hey,
watching.
do me a favor if you want.
Yeah.
Um, click on it real fast and just listen to the introduction, and you'll see what I mean about mesmerizing. And then anyone here who is not
Oh my god, your
subscribed,
voice is so calm. I already hear your voice. The collective consciousness. Girl, you got
she's dialed in. Sissy
like
is
I'll fall
dialed in.
asleep to you. Can I fall asleep? You know, this morning someone said to me, "Why do you listen to your own live streams in the morning?" Like I wake up and I listen to my own live stream in the morning, and they're like, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "Because like I want to get inspired. Like I don't hear anybody else with a calming voice like this. You know, like I don't know, I can't find it anywhere. Guess what? I just
It's
I
a
was like, every time I go on YouTube, there's so much crazy stuff happening. Someone's cursing down the place. Someone's like driving and having road rage. Someone's like just the fishing channels. They're the only guys you can go on and find some peace of mind, because you listen to the water, you get to see the scenery, and they're just busy fishing. They don't have time to talk to anybody. But to like just have a calming, like soothing voice like this
yep.
that you can just listen to and relax. Girl, I'm on it like white on rice.
For early morning live streams,
Yeah.
if you want to think of it in terms of therapy, I highly recommend Cat and Jack um, as the place to be. It's
She's
a
very relaxing.
she is.
Yeah. And you get to hear nature as well. Like I love when she does it on the porch. Oh my God. Like, look at where I'm sitting. I'm sitting on my ugly cement porch. Okay. Like, it's fantasy. It's like I feel like I'm sitting there in the rocker and I'm just like, yeah, enjoying that view, imagining the chickens, the chickens all the way over there. She has a very relaxing live stream. I agree with you, Yogi.
Yep. Let's see.
Yeah,
Lucy
she has a
says,
very calming voice. She
"Yep,
does, Cat and Jack. Yeah, she
that's what
does.
Lucy says. I love Cat and Jack. She has a very calming vibe.
Yeah. Oh, vibes. I'm sorry. Vibing. Yeah, she's vibes. She has the vibes of all the vibes. We love
Agreed.
her. But we'll come visit you, Soul Starch. And I feel like I'm going to be listening to I'll be listening to this as I'm going to sleep at night.
I feel that Soul Stars is going to become a toy pups. Um, uh, what's the
Let's
word I'm
hear it.
looking for?
Yeah, what is it? What is it?
Um,
Twin?
well,
Uh,
when you become like so excited about someone, you're you are like
all up in their
team.
business?
Yes, team
Uh,
propaganda. You share them out. You talk about them. You
yes.
give them the warmest welcome when they show up. And I
Yeah.
see just now because when you listen to her, that that connection is right there.
Yes. And Soul Star, I always ask this question. What are your goals? What are your goals on YouTube? This one is always like I love asking this question. The very first question I ask, What are your goals? It tells me a lot about you and what your expectations are. Kind of like, can I help you or not? Anybody, I can help anybody. Trust me. Just need to know your goals. They need to be like clear. You know, if you have clear goals, yeah, let's do it.
Awesome.
Was Kanjak so the team chill timeline? So on a team chill. Yes, Kanjak is so on the team chill line. Yeah, we're like super chill, right? We're like the chill YouTubers. We don't need to. Well, except for me, I like to go a little cray cray sometimes, but in a chill way, like a chill vibing way. Yogi, it was so much fun being on your live stream.
It was. Thank you so much.
Thank you for always like sharing your time with me. I appreciate it.
You got it.
You're
You're a big help.
amazing.
You're a big help for so many people. And I think this for you and I think it was an important question, an important conversation.
Yeah, I really wanted to talk about my journaling because it's making such a big impact in my life. Um, Sometimes I just look at the book. Like, it doesn't mean you have to journal all the time. Sometimes you can just go read your journal.
Yeah,
I like
agreed.
reading what I wrote so far. And you should like what you read. And what you write should inspire you as well. I know journaling for some people is just putting all the negative things down and getting them down on paper. But try as you're writing to turn it around at the same time so it can be a tool for you as well in your alone time. Like now, my journal is my nighttime friend. When I said I was always alone at night, there's no one
Yep.
there to help me, no one to talk me through it. Guess what? I'm right there to talk myself through it. And my strength comes in my journal. Because I was strong when I was writing my journal. I was trying to find strength when I was writing my journal. So it's like my perfect friend when I'm don't have no one. So
Hey,
if
Sissy
I
put
could
her.
challenge anybody to go and do that, get a journal and start writing. Sorry, Yogi.
That's okay. I'm just letting you know that Sissy put her goal down in the chat if you want to take a
Let's
look
read
at it.
it. To reach those who are meant to listen and bring more of the highest power status back into humanity. Oh my God. So you got big goals, girl. Because you know the earth we live in, right? The earth we live in is the opposite of all of that stuff. But listen, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. I believe in you. We're going to change humanity and we're going to show them love wins everything. Love wins everything. And I feel like, let me take a screenshot.
Thanks for the unicorn
Oh, I
vibes.
think yes. I like that. I love your goals, Soul Train. Soul Train. I don't know why I do that. Soul Stars. I'm sorry.
Soul,
Now you haven't.
Soul Train works.
I think it's at the beginning. I'm so sorry. I just didn't mean to. Everyone puts effort into their username, so I'm gonna get it right. Soul Star, Soul Stars of TVF. Love you guys. You know what I noticed, Yogi, in my live stream? I don't
What's
get
that?
these crowns. I don't know how come.
Well,
Maybe because I'm not being.
They're not available to everyone yet. I don't
Wow.
know. I
Check
don't know
you
why.
out.
I don't know why or how I was picked. I'm not bragging.
So you're the okay, whatever. So you're the only one that gets the jewels. You're the only one that gets the crowns. I even seen it on my haters channel. Even my hater has it. I'm like, how come you have it? And I don't.
Um,
My hater has
it's
the stuff, but I don't have the stuff. I think it's just you Americans.
it probably is. It probably is. But hey, you'll get
Like
the stuff.
Donald Trump, he's not joking around. He's like, if you guys don't want to be, if you don't want to become a state, then you don't get to get jewels or crowns on your live stream. You better want to
Hey,
become a state.
that was the best. That was the best Donald Trump impersonation I've ever heard.
And my
Excellent.
blonde hair was like shaking in the front. It's like, if you don't want to become a state, then too bad for you Canadians. Stay over there in your provinces by yourself. because we're special. We have provinces. You know what I mean? You guys have states. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Promise. Right after this one. So I was on a live stream yesterday, and I love this girl. She's so out there, eccentric. She's crazy. But she was talking. She says, I always ask everyone where they're from in the chat. And everybody from everywhere else in the world, they're like, I'm from
Excuse me, guys.
Norway. I'm from Belgium. I'm from England. And she says, all the Americans, they answer, I'm from Iowa. I'm from New Jersey. I'm from Boston. And she's like, that's so weird. Like, why don't they say they're from America? Why do they say they're Iowa? And then these people started saying, Iowa is a country. Boston is a country. And I'm like, listen, Americans, they're not countries, they're states. The country is United States of America. And then isn't it how it goes, Americans? Iowa is not a country. Iowa is a state. Correct?
Correct. You're right.
Correct? Am I correct?
You are correct. 100%.
I don't know why I can't hear you.
But you're correct. Weird. Well, I'm sorry we had the abrupt ending from Toy Pups, but she is correct. Iowa is a state. Iowa is a state that has Fairfield, which is the meditation capital of the United States. It's the home of the Maharishi University. You have more people per capita in Fairfax meditating than anywhere else in the United States. Vamp says, Aaron McCarty, please explain why I don't need subscribers. So this is a 100% support channel. Vamps is here to support. She will subscribe, she'll help, but she does not want any subscribers herself. If she shows up as Walking with Goldie, then if you guys wanted to support, that would be different. But even as Walking with Goldie, for Goldie, YouTube is about what she does. Very Goldie asks for very little and she gives tremendously. You know, I mentioned Goga and how important he was for my channel's growth. I am monetized because of Goldie. It would have taken me much longer to get there. Goldie, one, she introduced me to Mayhem and Miracles, which really helped me tremendously for my channel to grow. She gave me watch hours. She would literally have me up all through the night, which, as I mentioned to her once, man, that is a whole lot of Eric. It's a whole lot of Yogi. And she said, doesn't mean that I had the volume on, which is which is a valid point. So when Vamp said, can you please explain why she doesn't need the subscribers or want the subscribers? She didn't realize she was also going to get a deep moment of appreciation and gratitude for all that she's done for me. I get a large amount of pleasure when my phone lights up and I see that I have a telephone call from Romania. It's pretty cool. As is Goldie, is pretty cool. So, oh yeah, we met on Masha's channel. You are right. We met on Masha's channel. You are absolutely right. However, I stand by all my other statements. I'll be honest with you, and Vamps will back me up on this. I did not think that she was going to stay when she showed up on one of my live streams the first time. I remember the very first time when Goldie showed up on my live stream. Didn't think she was going to stay. I loved that she was there, and I loved the conversation we had. But I thought, well, she won't want to come back. She did, and she has been a tremendous friend. Even very recently, she reached out and gave me some guidance. Vamp says, now you have me blushing. Cody says, man, I had it out for you. Yep. Do you, if you want, you could actually let people know. I remember almost exactly what you said. But you know what? I've mentioned before that even with decades of studying Course in Miracles, I was slow to embrace Jesus. It was through my conversations with Goldie that my heart began to open once again, to the presence of Jesus. And I've had many, many great live streams and conversations where we have talked Bible verses, we've traded Psalms. Her and Odom, um, they just kept trading them back and forth, back and forth. I only could pull a few out of my back pocket. Marlon said he's laughing. Vamps Goldie. Toy Puff says Dundee share goals live again. Toy Puff says Goga. Thank you, Francois. BC says thanks for sharing, Toy Pups. Love listening to you. I do too. CC is Canadian. I like to think that. Thank you so much, Chris. We have, hey, Sab. I love Sab, who has received a gifted membership from Nature's Dog Realm. Thank you so much. I absolutely love when people gift channel memberships. It's such a great way to support a channel. Thank you, Chris. Hey, Share Bear. Give me 1 second, guys. Psalms 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. A favorite. And of course, you guys know how much I enjoy reading St. Paul's letter to the Corinthians. The most beautiful description on the nature of love that I know. From yogic reading, from Buddhist reading, I don't think anything really tops that. Flip Up says, Share Bear. Half Empty gives away to Share Bear. We got some unicorn vibes. Thank you, Lucy. Lucy has a live stream on the 30th, guys. Not too far away. 2 days. I forget what time it is, though, Lucy. Hey, Sab. Sab says he's watching Jace. Well, I'm going to go over and watch Jace, too. We're going to wrap things up. Thank you, Soul Stars. Got a floating heart, 10 jewels. Friday morning, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time. Perfect. Perfect for me. I enjoy your morning live streams, Lucy. All right, guys. Yep, that'll be 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. your time. I will be there. Thank you again, Toy Pups, for the conversation. I think you might have inspired a lot of people. Lucy says, oh, thanks, Yogi. You're welcome, Lucy, always. I'm here to support the channels that I believe in. Toy Pup says, share Goga's live, please. Hey, you know what I'll do? Toy Pups, I'll send it to you. Why didn't I think of that before? Because sometimes I'm a little slow on the uptake. Toy Pops, I'm going to send it over to you in just a minute. All right. Hey, Cat and Jack, you still here? Are you hanging out with Jace? You hanging out with Goga? I did send you away. I did send you to Goga's. He says, thanks, Eric. Thanks, all. Thank you, Bisay. I appreciate you being here. Much love to you all. Stay true, stay blessed, stay strong. You too, my friend. Marlon says, see y'all. Jeff says, everyone, please have a blessed evening. You too, Jeff. Thank you, Eric LaPointe. Eric LaPointe was there with Goldie. The golden age of my my live streaming. BC says we'll be an open panel. Nice. All right. So I don't think Kat is still hanging out with us. That's okay. I hope that she's either relaxing or hanging out with Goga or hanging out with someone that brings her a whole lot of peace. Francois says, Eric LaPointe, hi. All right, with that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I got a few things to do. I will see everyone later. I'll be live again. Going to do a Terra Monday night and open panel Friday mornings. I like that. Oh, thank you. Vamps? Goldie? Nope, the Silver Age. Gold is about to start. I like that. Thank you. I appreciate that vote of confidence. Guys, I love you. I will see everyone later. If it stops raining, I'm going to go out and take my man. I went out for a second walk. It was bad. It wasn't just raining. It was like that driving rain. It went right through my waterproof jacket. All right, guys, I love you. Gramps, as always. Thank you again.